Hey everyone, my name's Lily and I'm the book blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm going to do a different kind of video for you. So, I read The Glass Hotel and Sea of Tranquility kind of back to back, mostly because I was visiting with a lovely friend, Natasha. Natasha is an author. Natasha wrote Girls of Paper and Fire, Girls of Storm and Shadow, and Girls of Fate and Fury, and Natasha was recommending Emily St. John Mandel. And I had read Station 11 ages and ages ago, probably like a few years ago, actually, at that point. And Natasha was saying, though, how much she was looking forward to. I don't know if it's Sea of Tranquility or Glass Hotel, but one of those two. And I was thinking, oh, I haven't read something from Emily St. John Mandel in a really long time. I should pick it up. So then I got my friend and we buddy read it, and these are my thoughts. So this isn't necessarily going to be a review. It's going to more be a warning. So basically, even on Goodreads or on bookstore, websites, it doesn't necessarily say that The Glass Hotel and Sea of Tranquility are necessary to read connected. It doesn't say that it's a series, but that is how I felt that you will get the best experience. So this is going to be a video explaining why. That is a very long intro, but this is going to be a video explaining why. So basically, I recommend, first of all, you read Station 11, Glass Hotel, and Sea of Tranquility in publication order. While you don't necessarily need to have read Station 11 for the other two, I do think there are a few references to it, which I thought were cute little Easter eggs, but it's not as necessary as I think reading Glass Hotel before Sea of Tranquility. Basically, I read The Glass Hotel and I gave it 3 stars. I was like, this is okay, it's a book where I thought that for some reason they were all connected in a universe, and I do think they kind of are, but as I said before, Glass Hotel and Sea of Tranquility are much more interconnected than Station 11. So when I was reading Glass Hotel, I was kind of waiting for that other shoe to drop. I was waiting for the Station 11 references to be more prominent, and they aren't really. But I will say that reading Glass Hotel, I was kind of like, meh, this is good. I like it, but I never felt super, super strong about it, and I never felt really connected to the main characters. I felt like maybe this was reflective to the tone of the book. I really empathized with this idea of your life falling apart. Surprise, surprise, that's a very relevant theme, at least for me recently. So it was but it was like seeing it from a bird's eye view. For me, The Glass Hotel, that was what encapsulated why I wasn't more connected to it. It was one of those things where you were seeing someone's life fall apart, but it felt a little bit distanced. It felt a little bit like you were watching it happen from a perspective, but you weren't in their shoes. And maybe that was the point. But I tend to connect more where you can feel it. You can feel someone's life falling apart in front of your very eyes. And the bird eye view just made things feel, a little bit distant from that. So overall, I think I rated Glass Hotel a 3 stars. I liked it. It was interesting. There were some intriguing things, but I never felt really moved. And then I read Sea of Tranquility. And while Sea of Tranquility was not necessarily a 5-star book, in my opinion, it was more of a 4-star book for me. I then realized that you need to read them together, and people should be telling you this. On Goodreads, bookstore websites, they need to be more connected, which is why I felt so strongly about making this video, even though these 2 books on their own aren't necessarily books where I'm 5 stars, everyone needs to read it. I'm obsessed. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I have stopped thinking about it. But for me, the point of making this video is more of a public servant announcement. It's more of something where I feel like sometimes you can see the hype and then you don't really have the full picture about it. So for me, when I read Sea of Tranquility, it all clicked. Everything changed. And then I finally understood The Glass Hotel. The Sea of Tranquility weaves in these elements and characters from The Glass Hotel, and you see it in a completely new, different perspective. It really made me appreciate that distance perspective more of The Glass Hotel, because Sea of Tranquility in a lot of ways is seeing the other side of that coin, and I don't really understand why it's not connected more, and this is why I'm making the video. At the very beginning, there were all these little touches or little threads from the lives and the past that are echoing throughout Sea of Tranquility, which are echoes from The Glass Hotel. They are just so connected. And also, the Sea of Tranquility feels very much to me like a sci-fi. No one told me that it was sci-fi, but it feels very much to me like a science fiction book. It not only feels really meta and convoluted because it has these references from the Glass Hotel, but yes, it is like so much of a sci-fi to me because it really talks about, I want to just double check in the review to see if it kind of talks about it. Okay. It does not really necessarily talk to the extent of the sci-fi that I think is present in The Sea of Tranquility, but it does kind of hint to it when it says the chance to do something extraordinary that will disrupt the timeline of the universe. So basically, without doing like a lot of spoilers, The Sea of Tranquility in its sci-fi sense kind of talks a little bit about the timelines and the timeline specifically of the Glass Hotel and the Sea of Tranquility as as a story. It's like, that idea that you've seen in a few other books and movies and TV shows where there's these like thin pockets of time or thin pockets where like the universes and the multiverses are rubbing together. That's kind of the vibe I was getting from the Sea of Tranquility, and I loved it. I loved that element so, so much. And so I wanted this video to kind of be a reminder or be a announcement that not only do you have to read those two together, but if you're looking for more of an explanation or you're looking for more of a sci-fi touch, like a subtler sci-fi than like, spaceships and everything like that, I would definitely recommend The Sea of Tranquility, but you have to read The Glass Hotel. And The Sea of Tranquility was definitely my favorite of the two. But as I said, think of The Glass Hotel as more required reading, if that makes any sense. Of the three, I think that Station 11 to me felt the most unique. I read it in a time where I wasn't reading a lot of other post-apocalyptic dystopian novels, of which there are plenty of them now. But I think that the last post-apocalyptic dystopian novel kind of that I'd read before Station 11 was The Road, which I think is a little bit more of a bleaker sense of setting than Station 11. So of the three, probably Station 11 is my first favorite. It was nostalgic and it was like my first introduction to this author. But if you're talking about kind of craft and idea and also looking for a little bit more of a speculative fiction genre, then Sea of Tranquility has to be the way to go. So, long-winded PSA video. I'm sure everyone's like, why would you be doing this? This isn't even necessarily your favorite books. But I felt like I've been seeing tons and tons of people talking about reading one of them or both of them or, just being confused. And so this is my clarification video for everyone else. And I hope you enjoy. I do think that they are definitely worth reading specifically in order, but I thought that there are a lot of really interesting things going on. I think Sea of Tranquility does still feel a little bit more distant than I wanted to, which is why I never was like, oh, instant 5 stars. Definitely a solid 4-star read for me. And yeah, I just knew this has been an idea that I was kind of like, should I film it? Should I not film it? I've been bouncing around with this idea for months at this point. And so I finally just thought, okay, I'm just going to sit down and film it, let it all loose for all of you. So I hope you have a really great reading day, week, month, and year. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.